for time change week. I fucking hate time change week.
Dude.
Like, I don't know how y'all did it fair.
I went to bed an hour early.
Like, that's not even funny. Time change week is one of the stupid things ever invented. And I can't figure out why in this day and age we still practice time change.
Because they hate us.
But I know...
It helps farmers.
No, it doesn't.
Fuck them farmers.
So, they passed a bill in D.C., but it didn't really go anywhere after that. So, it wasn't law. And now Texas is once again putting time change on the law. But here's what's fucked up about Texas, y'all. We are fucking retards.
We are.
I ain't gonna lie. They literally use verbiage because we all know the world goes on standard time. What time is standard time for us? That's the fall. The winter time. That's standard time. Daylight savings is during the summer. So they started telling people, we want to let y'all vote. Do you want to keep it where it gets dark early or the sun stays out late? Okay, that's not really how science works. And then they're like, well, because we want to protect daylight savings time and make that the Texas standard, because we want people to have sunshine when they get home from working late. Despite all the medical and health professionals saying you need to be on standard time because daylight savings time disrupts patterns for months, it disrupts sleeping patterns, it's disruptive. Whereas the rest of the world is on standard time, why can't you do standard time? Well, we're going to let Texans decide if they want to have sun out later. If you put it to that to a bunch of yokels, which no offense, I'm one of them, they're not going to know what the fuck they're doing. Like, for real. And then they also decided, you know the part of Texas that's in mountain time? Not anymore. We're taking it back. You're just going to jack an entire time zone out of the state of Texas that's been that way since the dawn, since it was beginning, and be like, okay, guess what? You're on new time now.
The eye twitch is real.
Like, that's, Texans, I can't. And it's the verbiage they use to convince people that if they keep standard time, it's going to be dark at 5 o'clock in the summertime. No, the sun will go down at 8 instead of 9. That's how science works.
That's how the world turns, you dumbasses.
No, in Texas, we got to be a little backwards, you know? So that's kind of, at this point, I don't fucking care. Just get rid of time change. Just get the fuck rid of time change. I am tired of, especially during South by, because we spring forward during South by, and all those people from around the world are here and wondering what the fuck happened to the hour they're missing.
Where's my hour?
Like, it's so crazy.
It's like, where's my testicle, Summer?
We all like Rick and Morty in this house. But that's not the craziest thing I heard from Texas. I want you to listen to this TikTok video.
You make me punch somebody?
Hold on. Of a law that's coming up in Texas. That makes no sense. And I'm going to explain it more afterwards. Play this.
If you have not heard of Texas House Bill 2889, buckle up, because boy howdy, this one's a doozy. So this is being called the Get Married, Stay Married bill, because if it passes, Texas will have an exciting offer for all those young people trying to get into home ownership. And what do they have to do? Buy a home? No, they need to get married, because if they get married, they will receive a tax benefit. But that's not all. For every year they stay married, that tax benefit will increase. But wait, there is more. For all those people willing to take Texas up on this offer, all they need to do to get 10% off their property taxes is have a kid. But don't have that kid before you get married, or that kid does not count. And if you want to get even more off your property taxes, just keep having kids, to the point that if you have 10 kids, you won't have to pay property taxes ever again. We're going to ignore the fact that that is going to completely destroy our public education system. We're going to meet Brian Slayton, the man who came up with this idea. The man, I am certain, has been married for decades and has a whole grip of kids and understands that his way of life is the better way of living, and he just wants people to follow his example. Oh, wait, he's just a hypocrite. This 47-year-old has only been married to this woman for 3 years, and according to his official website, only has one child that's less than 2 years old. So he would have no idea what it's like to have 10 kids. But this is the problem with these right-wing leaders, is that they create rules that are meant for you and not for them. So he made choices that didn't allow him to stay married and have a whole bunch of kids. But that's okay that he didn't make choices. That's fine for him. This rule is for you. You're the one that needs to do that. It's probably not going to surprise you that he was a Baptist pastor for 13 years. So do we really believe that he waited until he was 45 to get married? I'm guessing not.
So, Harley, you and Griffin need to get married, have 10 fucking children.
And then I will never have to pay property tax again.
Here's what's so messed up about this. This is the tip of the iceberg of the fucked up laws Texas tried to pass. So he was called out saying they didn't have laws like this in other states that have limitations. No, there's no limitations. But if you get divorced, you lose everything. Like, they wanted to have some fucking polygamous shit going on here with just children running wild, like 10 fucking kids.
I'm down.
That you can't manage 10 kids.
Like, I'm down for, like, multiple people getting married. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'm all for that. But this is another way they're trying to limit marriage to man and women. Single man, single woman. Not polygamy, not gay, nothing. Because these won't extend to any of those.
Yeah.
And why isn't polygamy legal, y'all? I don't understand.
So, like, I don't get it. Like, I understand polygamy where it's one dude and, like, 50 women. And I can understand, like, bigamy, which is a woman with, like, a reverse harem, which I'm also down for.
Which she's building herself.
I am building a reverse harem. My reverse harem is messaging me.
So it's just like, I understand all of this stuff, but why not do things that make it equal for everybody instead of let's bring straight couples to just overpopulate the state of Texas?
Because that's the only way you can put more asses in the cog.
It just...
By overpopulation.
And like, I think my cousin Andy has 5 or 6 kids in her house, and she has a hard time with just them. Y'all, like, can you imagine having to wrangle 10 children, especially because you gotta pop them out one after another. They're all gonna be teenagers together. Mm-hmm. They're all gonna be getting potty trained together. I mean, that house is gonna stink. And like, what happens when you buy these big houses to put all these 10 children in, and then something goes wrong? You can't really afford to fix it.
You can't buy the big houses because
you're gonna have
you can only get cookie cutters here in Texas.
Well, yeah. So where are you gonna put all those 10 kids? Like, the whole thing is just dumb. Texas is full of stupid laws. Like, y'all, that's really all I could say about that.